Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, in this channel we upload sewing tutorials, everything about fashion. And if you love to make clothes in the comfort of your home, then this channel is definitely for you. Subscribe and turn on your notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video, so that you'll be the first to be notified. And then we'll be making a freehand cutting for this beautiful tuck chinned waist palazzo jumpsuit. Now it doesn't matter if you've ever sewed before, because I'll be sharing a detailed video. Okay, so just sit right there, keep on watching and get your sewing materials so that you too can recreate yours. Please note that the choice of fabric and the amount of fabric you use will determine how your jumpsuit will turn out. Let's dive into the video.
I made use of 2 yards of a crepe fabric, and this crepe is not stretchy and it is very light. Okay, so I will not recommend this fabric for this type of jumpsuits. So if you look closely for the back piece, I have 3 inches here. Okay, so 3 inches usually works for all sizes, and then you put your or place your front piece from the 3 inches mark. Okay, then go ahead and pin down. So for the front piece, what I have here is 2 inches. To get this, you divide your hip measurement by 20, then you add half inch to that. Okay, so mine, what I got including the half inch, is 2 inches. So go ahead and measure yours using your own body measurement. So I'll just go ahead and draw out a starting line, and all our measurements will be taken from the 2 inches line. Okay, so the first thing we'll be doing now is to determine the wideness. Okay, so because I used 2 yards of fabric, it was not full like that of the thumbnail. Okay, so I just marked my shoulder, which is 7 inches, and from my shoulder what I have left here is around 7 inches as well. So you can see that it is not full at all. Okay, so I'll mark the neck width of 3 inches, and then I'm going to mark the neck depth of 1.5 inch for the back. So this particular one is for the back neckline. And then after marking that, the front neckline is a V neckline, as you can see. So from here I'll just mark 7 inches. Okay, so I'm going to mark the 7 inches up to the neck width, like so. Okay, so you can see that I extended my back neckline to towards the 2 inches mark. So go ahead and do yours like that. So I just marked my shoulder, which is 7, and then from this edge you come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope, then connect it to the neck width. I hope you understand. So this jumpsuit is a cut together sleeve. So from here you measure your bust point, okay, from the shoulder line. So mine is 10 inches under waist 16 inches, and then still placing it there, you mark your hip. My hip is 24 inches and I've marked that. So I'll just label this as bust, waist and hip. So after doing that, now to get your crotch for a jumpsuit, if you don't get it right, your jumpsuit will end up looking very funny. All you need to do is to divide your hip by 4, then add 2.5 inches to that. I hope you understand. So from your waist you place your tape and mark your crotch line, and then you extend the crotch line to the back piece like this. Okay, I hope you understand what I am doing. So add 2.5 inch to your crotch, to your hip measurement. Okay, so now to draw the crotch line, I'll go up by 1 inch, and then from here I went up by 2 inch, just so that in order for it not to be deep. Okay, so this is just the simple technique you can use to make your crotch.
So the next thing we'll be doing now is on the waistline I'll come in by 1.5 inches. If you are working with a 4-yard fabric, then you go in by 3 inches. If you are working with 3 yards, go in by 2 inches. Okay, so now I'm going to just connect this side like so to meet the 1.5 inches, and then I'll take this all the way down. Okay, so I'll take it to meet the hip line. So you just take it down to the hem of the dress. Okay, so after doing that, we'll proceed to cut this out. So please watch how I am cutting it out carefully. Okay, I'll extend the v neckline to get to the to pass the 2 inches mark. Okay, then I cut it out. Okay, and I cut out the back neckline first, then I lifted it up and cut out the front neckline. So I'm cutting the side. Okay, so you can see what we have for the waist, and then after cutting the side, go ahead and cut out the back piece. Ensure to leave a zipper allowance, and so I left like 1 inch or 1 inch for my zipper allowance for the back piece. After that, I'm going to just cut every other part out, so you can see how the back piece is looking like. So now I'm cutting the crotch area. So I'm so sorry, I did not know that I was not capturing the side. So just cut it straight all the way down. Okay, so this is what I have after I was done cutting it out. This is the front piece. Okay, so I'll just use my chalk so that I don't mix it up. So after doing that, next thing we'll do now is to use our bias to turn the neckline. Okay, so you first of all use your bias to turn the neckline for both the front and the back piece. After turning the neckline, you will now stitch the side. Okay, from the neckline you stitch the side by 2 inches all the way down. So let me flip this to this side so that you understand. So this is the side you'll be stitching. After turning turning it with a bias, you go ahead and stitch it down to your crotch area, but you'll be leaving 1 inch. Okay, do not stitch it completely, leave around 1 inch on the crotch area. And then for the back, you also do the same thing. This is the zipper allowance that I left, but you first of all turn the neckline with your bias as well. After turning it, then you insert your zipper. Okay, so this is the allowance I left for my zipper, like this. Okay, just a small zipper, and then I'm going to attach the zipper, then I'll stitch it down to the crotch. Okay, so after stitching the front, you can see the bias has been neatly fixed, and I've also stitched the side. So now this is where it's a bit confusing, but I'll try to explain. From the waistline, go up by 3 inches and come down by 2 inches. I hope you understand. So mark 3 inches above the waistline and 2 inches below the waistline. So that is what I am just doing now. So after doing this, you'll be having 3 lines, right? So what I'll do now is to come to the waistline, I'll take 1 inch away. This 1 inch would be for the joining allowance. Okay, because we'll be joining this to the back piece. So I took 1 inch away. So from here to the 1 inch, I'm going to measure what I have, and what I have is 12 inches. Okay, that is the remaining figure that I have. So if you are using 4 yards of fabric, you realize that your pleats will be very much. Okay, so now I want my tucks to be 6. Okay, so this depends on what you want. Okay, you can make it 4, you can make it 5, 3, like that. So I want it to be 6, and in order for me to have a uniform figure, I'm going to divide the 12 inches that I just measured. I'll divide it by 7, not by 6. So if you want your tucks to be 4 inches, you'll be dividing by 5. If you want it to be 5 tucks, you'll be dividing by 6. I hope you understand. So now I've created 6 tucks. After dividing, I got 1.8, and I just marked 1.8 in 6 places, as you can see. So next thing we'll be doing now is in order to have a uniform
um a uniform pleats, okay, and by the time you finish like pleating it, you should arrive at your waist
I
measurement.
will try to know the amount of excess fabric I have
So now to
left.
know the amount of excess fabric I have, I'm going to divide my round waist measurement by 4. I'm dividing it by 4 because of course our fabric is folded into 4, the front and the back. So what I have is 7.5. So this 7.5, I'm going to minus it from the 12 inches that I got. Okay, that's 12 inches that I measured earlier on. So my round waist is 7.5 minus 12 is 4.5. So that 4.5, I am going to minus it from the amount of pleat I want, which is 6 inches, right? So 4.5 minus 6 will give me 1.5. So I am going to mark half of 1.5, which is 0.75. Okay, so I hope you understand, guys.
So that is what I am marking, okay. And then after marking, I am going to just go ahead and stitch on it. So I'll be folding it like this. I'll just go ahead and make pleating, okay. So after stitching, I'll definitely show you guys what it should look like. So I'm going to flip it to the other side and repeat the same markings, okay. So after stitching, this is what it is looking like. Can you see? It is very uniform. As you can see, this is the back, how it is looking back, like at the back of the dress. So by the time I measure, I'm going to have 16 inches. My waist is 30, divided by 2 is 15. Then the 1 inch we added for stitching allowance, that is 16. So that was what I got, as you can see. So we'll repeat the same thing for the back, okay. So I'll still explain again. So for the back, I want to have just 3 tucks, okay. So I am going to first of all highlight my waistline, then I'll go up by 3 inches and come down by 2 inches. Before I do that, I'll measure what I have. So I'm going to take out 1 inch for stitching allowance, okay, just what we did for the front. So whatever thing you're doing, okay, no, whatever pleating you are doing, just make sure that you have your waist circumference measurement divided by 2 and 1 inch allowance, okay. I hope you understand. If you're using a more stretchy fabric, if you're using a stretchy fabric rather, it will come out very, very beautiful, okay. So that's why I said the nature of fabric you use matters a lot in this style. Honestly, I won't even lie, okay. So I won't even advise anyone to use this particular material that I use. It's so light, and it was so light, but it came out well. But then, so go up by 3 inches and come down by 2 inches, just what I did for the front. So I, like I said, I want just 3 tucks. And so what I'll do now is to measure from here to this part, okay. And then what I got is 13. I got 13, and then I am going to divide that 13 by 4, and it gave me 3.25. So I'm going to mark it. So you can see my tucks 3. And what I'll do is to extend the lines. I'll extend it to the 3 inches and to the 2 inches. So after extending the line, so my round waist divided by 4 is 7.5. So I'm going to minus that 7.5 by 13. Okay, you know we have 13 when we measured our waist here. So it gave me 5.5, and then that 5.5, I'm going to minus the 3 pleats that I want to be on this fabric. I want 3, like I said. So I'm going to minus it by 3, and that gave me 2.5. So half of 2.5 is 1.25. So that's what I will be marking. So sorry, you can see double lines, right? I forgot that it was 1.25 and I was marking something else, so I just readjusted it. So after pleating, I should have 3 pleats on this side and 3 pleats on the other side, okay. So that is just what I'm going to do. So I'll hold it like this and stitch it all the way down, okay. So
whatever thing I'm doing, I'll make sure that I have my waist circumference. It can accommodate my waist circumference basically. So I've done it, and I also attached a bucket for it. So this is the back piece. Okay, this is my tucks for the back, as you can see. Okay, so I also attached a pocket like I said. Okay, if you don't know how to do that, please watch my videos. I have so many videos on that. And now we are going to close up the dress. Okay, to do that, I'm going to stitch the shoulder by 1/2 inch. Okay, so I'll mark it, and then from the shoulder I'm going to measure where I want, how wide I want my sleeve opening to be. So I used 8 inches, and then from that 8 inches I'm going to stitch it into the pocket like this, and then I'll continue stitching all the way down, okay, to the hem of the dress. I hope you understand. So that sleeve opening, I'm going to also fold it. Okay, I forgot to mention that you also fold it just the way you fold your wrapper, so that it will be neat. After doing that, come to your crotch, and then you place it like this. Remember, you left 1 inch open for both the front and the back crotch. This will just enable the crotch to sit very well. Okay, so I'm going to just place it like this and stitch it. After stitching, you realize that there will be an opening there. Don't worry, just stitch it the way you stitch your crotch. So after stitching, this is the opening that I have. So all you need to do is to align it properly. The way you are sewing, you understand, align it properly and then stitch it, okay, all the way down. So just close the opening basically, and then you hem the bottom part of your jumpsuit. And that's basically it for this tutorial. This is what it was looking like. I do not like the fabric, but it was still looking very beautiful. As you can see, this is just 2 yards, and that's basically it for this video. I hope you find it helpful. Let me know in the comment section if you have any question. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.